In this video, I'm going to show you several different ways to do this raised stencil technique. This was pressed particle board and looked so pressed particle board, cheap, or you could take a very, very damaged surface top and make it a piece of art. So stay through to the whole video. I use several different items and do this technique. So I put a brush in his hand, but I didn't get much work out of him. Okay, here is the box. Isn't that cute? It just really adds something to this. So just get you a napkin. We're gonna link in the description box where we did that project, and then we decided to do the sides today.
So this box already had a good base coat, and then it's got these sunflowers, so we knew we wanted to do something with yellow. So we had this new one-step color called Honey, had a JRV stencil.
So this is what the can of our DIY one-step paint looks like. It is so great. It's self-leveling, so it's great for cabinets. And if you don't want to build texture, here is our paint frosting. A little dab will do you. On our DIY clay formula, it takes a little longer to get thick, but it is almost instant when you put it with the one-step paint. It's really good. I do sell salt wash as well, and it is just a little bit more gritty and more textury. I like them both for different reasons. So just mix it up real good. And I got this plate. Actually, my mom got that for my husband with a whole bunch of barbecue sauces on it for kind of a joke. But it's a great paint plate. And no, I am not sponsored. Ha ha. I wish I would have grabbed my Iron Orchid silicone paint blades. They're a set of 2. They are fabulous because, for one, they're easy to clean off because of the silicone, and they're very bendy and movey and will move the raised texture through your stencil. Look at that. What an improvement. This is painted in the DIY black velvet paint. Or I used little black dress. I can't remember, and I'm sorry. So I extended this window out so that I could set furniture up in there to display. My husband built these just very simple, and they needed foo-fooed up. Okay, here I used the molds from the Iron Orchid. This is a sign we set outside when we welcome people. Here we are with that Harbor Freight blade out of the automotive section. It's okay, but the silicone blades, I promise you they're so worth the investment. You can do all sorts of painting techniques with them, even without a stencil. So you really want to check that out. I'll put a link in the description box. All right, there is a way to line these up perfect and match them. There's a little bitty X on many of the stencils to help you do that. But for this, it's always going to be covered with stuff. We were trying to get this done before our event started, and it depends on your level of project, how persnickety you want to be lining this up. This is such a busy pattern. It is very forgiving, so just go for it. Switch, we took some rollers because we needed to move along and it was faster. You didn't get the height you do when you're using like the silicone blade, but you absolutely can use a roller with stencils even without texture medium in it. But you don't want to push too hard because it will force the paint up under the stencil and look blurry. So if you do it with a little bit drier roller and a light hand. All right, this is where you tag team. Usually you have to grab a kid, a husband. They're not as friendly as somebody that loves this kind of stuff, or like Caitlin, and so it's worth it. Just bear through their grunts and grumbles because it does help. You don't have to have them. You just need to take your time if not, and think outside the box. You could put a little something under it to help brace it or something. So I had leftover and I can't stand to waste it, so I always find something. This is the thing I got for nothing somewhere, and it was already painted green, score. And so I just used the rest of it and put on this. I hold this for my molds for my workshops, and it makes me happy every time I see it. I love it. And then I'm gonna walk you through my studio a little bit, and you're gonna see some other places that I use the rest of the scraps on a drawer front that holds our workshop items as well. So here is my JRV stencils. I have some precast molds up top. I need to put those on my website, but let me know if you want any of my molds. I can send you a precasted one. If you do not want to buy the whole mold, let me help you out in that way. Here is the drawer front I found. Look at that. I just love that. This is like one of my favorite ones. You can also do this with a piece of old lace, so don't forget that. All right, now Caitlin is taking some paint frosting and putting it in the one-step JRV curated paint honey, and this color is so good. They're getting new colors all the time. I like the one-step paint for certain projects, and I like the DIY original clay formula for certain projects. You got to have both. That's all I can say. So here we forget the silicone blades. I don't know why I forgot that I had those, but you can use whatever, but I promise they're worth it if you get them. And this is so satisfying and so fun. And you can do it on many backgrounds. If you wanted to stencil a word over it, if you wanted to hot glue metal words over it, just embellish it. This is a really good way to camouflage anything or just add a lot of pizzazz to items. Last one, I just had him in the studio, so I used him for a prop. I think his mom will be okay. His name is Osiah. He's a doll. Okay, look at all this DIY paint. I've got everything, so let me send you some stuff. Here is some that I did with a paint blend and the stencils and the transfers, and just here's a quick look at some of the projects that you can do yourself on many surfaces. This is going to be one of our featured projects in our BFF Best First Friday event night, and I wish I would have recorded that. I didn't. It is so good. And here's a new little space I created to start styling hair again, and here is a surface with some wall transfer over it, wallflower transfer, and just a little quick look at just some crazy stuff. I love her. She makes me happy, and there we go. Just thought I would show you that. This piece I decided to keep. I used the In Kindest Regards on the side and the peonies or parenthesis stamp on the back over mint chip clay paint, and it turned out spectacular. Here is another one I did not record, but look at that, how fun you can blend. And that is a raised stencil in the Harlequin or diamond. And then I put the stamps on the corners. So I didn't film that one either, but it was a good one. Sometimes you just got to create without filming, So here's the feather stencil that I have. And I think I'm going to put my clients' cards in there. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. We release a video every week. If you like the content, like and subscribe.